All right, Joey, I got the heat on in my house. The big bad boiler's going behind me. I got two cats fighting. We're trucking. We're trucking today.
Oh, I just got a nice foggy morning. It's in the 60s.
Oh God, it is in the 20s. So we're going cold today. I got the hot coffee. I was playing some Dreams this morning. Been playing that the last 24 hours or so.
I think that's called sleeping.
No, there's the game called Dreams.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's so I was perusing the TikTok as I do, and this was at work yesterday. And randomly, um, this thing went viral over the game Dreams, which came out, I believe, in like 2018. Uh, and what this game is, if you're not familiar, is it was made by the people who did Little Big Planet, a platform series I really enjoy. And essentially, they created a game engine in which anybody can use that game engine in game to make their own game. So Super Mario Maker, but freedom, essentially. Just total and complete freedom to make a game within the game. And
Came out
someone
2020.
over the last 3 years has made this massive, like, Banjo Kazooie level to make it a mini, not sequel, because it was Banjo 2E, but we'll call it Banjo 3E, if you will. And it's really good. I have maybe 2 jiggy pieces left to get, and I think a handful of notes, if any, at this point. I think I played it for like 3 hours. So
Nice.
it kind of functions more as like a DLC. It's got its own little mini story. What it's missing, and I don't know if something happens after I collect all the jiggy pieces, is a boss fight at the very end. I think that would really complete everything. I think a couple of the NPCs could have something to do with, hey, this island's been taken over by pirates kind of deal. Something simple. That's all it was missing. But it's made super well. It plays exactly like you would think a Banjo-Kazooie game would play like. You collect jigsaw pieces over the level, over the stage, and you depending on how many you collect, then you can unlock an enemy transformation. You become an enemy, and they all have specialty powers. So, like the first one you get is a rock, and you roll, and you can go underwater and not get attacked by the bonefish that'll eat you. You can essentially become a thwomp. Uh, you can become a bonefish that can kind of soar across long distances in the air. You get the idea. The very last one you basically get is becoming a pirate, in which you can use binoculars to see through walls, so you can collect all the things that you haven't collected yet. I really like that little touch. Kind of a nice fill in the blank moment. Yeah, I really enjoy Dreams. First time I've installed it on the PS5. I've always just played it on the PS4 VR version, which you can do. Haven't done that in quite a few years. So this was kind of rebooting the game for the first time in probably at least 2 or 3 years. And there's a lot for me to dive into. So YouTube channels are going to be followed over kind of what these are the best games to play within Dreams at this point. A lot can happen over a number of years. A number of things. So yeah, this Banjo-Kazooie level I think is the most downloaded and thumbs up level on Dreams at this point in time, which makes sense. And the comments are quite viscerous towards, not Rare, but I guess Microsoft at this point, right? Because they're the ones that just refuse to create this new game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, if this guy within this cheap ass engine, maybe it's not so cheap, but can just dick around and create essentially a third game with Banjo-Kazooie, then what is stopping Microsoft? It really doesn't make sense. It's always the conversation that ensues when things like this happen. Um, kind of like people on their own made, like the D-Make Bloodborne game that I played that was made to be on the PS1 was pretty sick. So there's a lot of these just fan-created games that I've been diving into the last number of weeks, especially with me being ill for, God, it feels like a month straight. I had some sort of allergy thing this week, Joey. It was just driving me nuts. I was just in bed, playing Nintendo Switch, sleeping a lot, working. That sucks. But Dreams kind of got me going again. Very cool. Do recommend. I think you can get this game for like $15 now or something cheap. It requires no online registration to play. It's just all in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah. So big week for Nintendo Switch. Were you aware Octopath Traveler 0 came out?
No, not at all.
Yes. So essentially a third game in the Octopath Traveler series. I have the first two. Absolutely adore them. Excellent RPGs in the old school pixel sense. I believe the first Octopath Traveler was the kickstart to Square being like, oh my god, there's something to do in this engine, and we can create all these other old RPGs in this style, and they're much cheaper to make. Go figure.
So this is a prequel, Octopath?
Yes, I guess. I haven't gotten it or played it yet, but it's getting good reviews. I think it was like, I think the prequel was supposed to be a mobile game, or it was a mobile game, and then they just turned that into a full-fledged game and expanded upon it, I believe.
Yeah, because it's Octo Traveler 0.
No path. It's just Octo Traveler.
Octopath Traveler 0,
Okay.
sorry. Whatever.
Octotrav 0. We don't have time for words.
Octrav O.
Octravo.
0 is too many syllables.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Metroid Prime 4 came out finally. Mixed reviews. This is I think a blunder for Nintendo. What do you think?
Why? I honestly don't care about Nintendo, so I don't follow anything
Okay.
about it.
So, you know, Metroid Prime hasn't come out for many, many years. Ever since, I guess, they started making Samus talk or some shit. The Wii games, basically. So we've missed 2 generations of a Metroid Prime game. They announced Metroid Prime 4, like 2018, 2019. Then it was canceled by the original developer. And then started over again. And 2025, here we are. Finally came out. And the most interesting theory I've listened to was the original developer was making this game without issue. And then with the success of Breath of the Wild, Nintendo themselves wanted to change the direction of Metroid Prime 4 and create it as if it was a Breath of the Wild, this open world, tower puzzle thing of a game. And the original developers are like, no, that would completely change how we've made this thing. We'd have to start over. That's stupid. We're not doing that. And Nintendo canceled them, gave it to whatever this company is that made it now, and that's what we ended up with. So, if you watch a Let's Play or watch people review this game, yes, it's a Metroid game. Yes, it's a Metroid Prime game with the first person. There's 2 aspects that really bog this thing down. Is this open world, you're on a bike, there's no music in it. You just hear the hum of the bike. If you want music or sound effects or something, you have to use the amiibos.
I did see that, yes. Was that Donkey? Did he play it?
I believe he has.
Or no, maybe on Reddit someone pointed that out, that you have no sound. You have to buy $30 amiibo to get sound on the bike. And I thought that was stupid.
I mean, I know someone who has this already, and they already have like 1,000 amiibos, so they just keep pumping amiibos into this thing and got music, but that seems dumb.
You can't have a default sound and then just have amiibos change it. Like, you have to have one to have any kind of music. Is stupid.
In that open world, yes, that's my understanding. So Let's Players are just like putting their own music over top of the game as they're playing it, because it's just this wasteland. Again, they wanted something in the realm of Breath of the Wild, and so you're just biking around this desert, which is very much like I think it was Jak and Daxter 3, very much kind of similar. So okay, you're kind of copying this old PS2 game. Uh, very lame open world. It'd be one. I mean, I understand the direction they wanted, but I think it was executed quite poorly and very much creatively zilch in that sense. I've seen reviews of once you get to these puzzle dungeons, if you will, that look like vaginas. They're not as satisfying as the Zelda games because the creativity is very much limited to Samus's abilities that you get. So you have to kind of mark down all these towers that you come across to see what abilities you need to have in order to conquer it. So it's not in the sense of Zelda at all. And then they've introduced this character, this engineer character, that whenever you get your upgrade, he has to install it for you. So that forces you, oh, I got my I can handle cold thing, drive all the way back to him. Anytime you need to go into the desert or quick travel, it's just this very long, aggravating cutscene. Get back to him, he installs it, and then you can go about your way again. So a lot of tedious things that clearly just didn't need to exist in this thing. It just got me thinking about the direction like Donkey Kong went and how fresh and new it felt. Very much not creatively bankrupt. That's the phrase going around. While Metroid just didn't, the people at Metroid or Nintendo themselves just didn't really have any ideas for Metroid. Like, okay, we got this story. It's very bare bones. What can we do with it? And it just doesn't exist. Which is sad.
What was the original game supposed to be without the interference?
I think it was going to be a straight up Metroid Prime game. Like, kind of like the first one, where you have this branching map. A Metroidvania, really. A branching map in which there's back travel and all this, and not this crazy open world in Breath of the Wild sense. Like an open map world. I think that's a way to put
Seems
it.
like they should have released that and then made an open world one. But it feels like maybe they rushed the open world one because like, we got to get a game out because it's been so long.
That is what it feels like. Because they canceled the first iteration, then they were just in a rush to make this. And because if you look at the graphics, it's like really good at the beginning, but then the further you get out to like the starting area, it gets more PS3, Xbox 360 era level of how it looks. It's very bland, not a lot of details, a lot of brown and shader graphics to it that doesn't look all that interesting and detailed. For a Metroid game that like I gotta see this. Metroid Prime 3 was Corruption. What did that get? Because that came out in 2007. It's been a while. It's been almost 20 years. It's getting there. That game, what did that get on Metacritic? Yeah, this got 90s, and that was considered a super weak Nintendo Metroid game. So this is by far one of the worst Metroid games ever.
So you have to drive around the desert, driving into those green crystals for the main objective.
Yeah.
Wow. They're like, we need more time. Just have them drive around into things. People like that, right?
People like wasting their time, especially in 2025. Yeah, it's wild. Really puts a dent in Nintendo and how they finished out the year, while Square Enix puts out a demake RPG, its third iteration, and no problem. Great reviews. Everyone loves it.
But IGN gave Metroid Prime 4 an 8.
80 is about as low as heavy industry leaders are going, or
It
as
says
high.
Metroid 4 Beyond is an excellent, if relatively uneven, revival that reaches heights worthy of Metroid name in its best moments. Its best moments. That's carrying that sentence.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm sure the boss battles are good. I'm sure that's there, but the traveling in the game is clearly what's overshadowing everything else that made this game. It's not good. It's a below average title, and that's not acceptable. This is what these are the games that like Xbox came out with over the last 20 years, and it slowly just disintegrated the system. I don't think that's going to happen in Nintendo, but it's certainly going to hurt the Metroid franchise. Because Metroid Dread came out a number of years ago, and that was really good. And that was just a 2D Metroid game. That was excellent. They could have just expanded on that and made it a first-person Metroid game. Were you familiar with Metroid Dread?
No, I don't play Metroid.
Okay. Do recommend Metroid Dread. That was very well done. That was the game they came out to like satisfy Metroid fans while they canceled Metroid 4 and had to start over. So that's the big controversy going on. So I talked about Dreams, talked about Metroid. What have you been playing?
Well, beat It Takes Two with Megan.
You did
a
it.
little
What'd she
disappointed
think?
that she liked it, but we're both a little disappointed there wasn't a final boss.
Oh, what?
Like, we're like, okay, we're gonna have to beat a boss before we go on stage for this singing thing, and it's like, nope, singing's the end of it.
Oh, boo.
And then the kid's like, bye now, I'm running away.
Kid runs away from home in the end.
Yeah.
All right, that's funny.
We're like, whatever. So, yeah. But yeah, there's just no boss. The last level, you're just picking up things for her to sing at the end. So you have to like get instruments, a mic, I think some other things. I forget what it was, but it was relatively easy. We were expecting like a tough boss because some of them were tough along the way. But yeah, we beat it. So now we might play Unravel 2.
That one's fun. I enjoy that.
And then I also downloaded the one of the Lego games. I can't remember the name of the game. I played both of them. The one with the mechanic animals and you kill things with bow and whatnot with the redhead.
Oh, Horizon?
Yes, I've got the Lego Horizon because it's free with PlayStation Network.
Oh, okay.
So see if she likes that because we were looking at the other game by the people that made It Takes Two, not the Prism one, but the dual fantasy game. I forget the name of it. That just came out this year.
Oh.
But it requires you to like I think have good hand-eye coordination because you have to like shoot things. But what was it called? Split Fiction. So you play as two people
I didn't
stuck
know that
in
was
dreams.
made by them.
Yeah. So one has dreams that are fantasy, the other one has dreams that are
Yeah, it's a good game.
Like technical, yeah. But it requires like good accuracy and shooting type stuff. It looks like. So I think I need to get her to play other games to get our coordination up more before we can play that one, or she's not gonna like it.
So that would leave on your game tracker list Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Yeah, that one just no end, but we'll see what I can do. I'll try to unlock as much as I can by the end of the year.
But you've played that quite a bit this year, right?
Yeah, I gotta see how long. Let's see, Deep Rock. I played only 17 hours. I thought I played it more.
I'll put 17 for now. And then Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor is the last
I
one
tried
on
playing
your list.
that game. I'm 8.5 hours in, and I think I'm just gonna drop it. It feels so repetitive. I'm getting
yeah,
bored of
that was the thing. Okay, so then you played all your games that you set out to do this year.
Yeah, well, I've only played a little bit of part 2 of Last of Us, and I'm not going back to it.
Yeah, I put an hour in. I was like, it's fine. That's fine.
So yeah, I think I stuck to my list pretty well.
I never touched Elden Ring and Silent Bomber this year. I only played a couple hours of God of War Ragnarok, and then I got distracted. Black Myth Wukong, I still haven't beaten. Snatcher, I didn't beat yet. Halfway through that. That's a game I just got to sit down for an afternoon and do it. And that leaves Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm fucking 50 hours into that thing, and I still don't feel close to beating it.
I think I'll play Elden Ring a little more. I'm waiting for the DLC to go on sale. So I don't want to spend $40. No, the first one. It's still like $40. I don't want to spend $40 on it.
I think it's worth $40.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't want to spend it. So
well, all right. Let's see. Colin's got a ways. He hasn't really. He's got to beat Clair Obscur for sure before the end of the year. I think that's his main.
Yeah. I don't know if he will. I mean, he's somewhere close to the end of Act 2, I think. But
yeah. Act 3 is as long as you want to make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he sprints to the end, he can get it done quickly. But if he wants to do all the extra stuff along the way, then yeah, it could take him a long time.
I found the extra stuff very helpful by the time I got to the the final boss. Of course, I was doing end game stuff before I got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has South Park Stick of Truth, Warhammer, Space Marine 2, Armored Core 6, Sea of Stars, I don't believe he ever touched this year, and Stellar Blade he never touched this year. So he's kind of like me, working a lot, but I stuck to a lot of shorter games, so I played a lot, but they were much shorter in length. So like 1 to 4 hour games.
The games that you have to put a lot of time in.
Well, I did start the Fate Stay Night visual novel / just reading. That's long. That's a long endeavor. I think I'm like 12 hours in, and I just got through like essentially the intro to the whole thing. I'm like, oh no. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna play the drop.
Okay.
I'm gonna play the drop. Which drop should I play?
The third one.
The third one. Oh, Chrono Cross. Sure. Very epic. You ever play Chrono Cross?
No.
You ever play Chrono Trigger?
I think so, but
Maybe.
not a lot.
Maybe for the podcast. God, we somehow got 25 minutes. It's pretty neat. Now, this might be 10 minutes worth of content here. Let's do Cross Country USA first. Colin's pick was Keep on Truckin'. He must have a lot of nostalgia for these like DOS truck games, because he did Cross Country Canada, I believe, on a past podcast. And in the realm of Gizmos and Gadgets, Carmen Sandiego, Oregon Trail, we have Cross Country USA on DOS. And you are a traveling semi-truck tasked with going across America to deliver, the usual, like grain, wheat, uranium, the usual.
Yeah, the usual.
And you go to Idaho, Nebraska, Kentucky, New York eventually.
I started in Maine.
All this did was make me want to play Oregon Trail, so I did. Died of dysentery. That was pretty sick.
No, this game just pissed me off because of my own stupidity.
What'd you do?
Well, I didn't pay attention because it gives you a trucker name in the beginning, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's like a random name. So I won't tell you the name until the end of my story. So I was in Maine. I was like, oh, where do I need to go? Oh, Columbus, because it says Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. Of course.
Let me drive all the way down to Columbus and pick up something. So I drove all the way down to Columbus after, stopping for food and gas, and the truck stopping at night because I didn't have my lights on. So I had to turn my lights on to start driving again. So I make it down to Columbus and I was like, oh, what do I need to load? And then I look and I see, nope, I needed to go to somewhere in Connecticut to get maple syrup. And Columbus was my driver's name.
No.
I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not driving back. I'm done. I'm not playing this game anymore.
That is phenomenal. I love it.
So I experienced the game. I ate at a diner. I think I slept in my truck. I tried to sleep at a place, but I couldn't tell which. I think I did sleep in a place, but I was still in my truck because I got charged $30-something.
My adventure was to basically, I stopped at a rest stop. Also did not turn the lights on. I also did not lock the truck, so then all of my shit got stolen. And I go, oh, okay. This is America. I guess I'm fired. Game over. Very much an educational cross-country pickup game. Now, I do have a funny truck story from work. So it's funny you mentioned Maine. One of our customers is from Maine. They have to drop off this certain automobile part, okay, that goes to, I think it's Ford. Basically, tie rods are the big one we do. And so this trucker gets out. He pulls up. He backs up to the loading dock. He proceeds to load the truck, like cocked and diagonal. So it's not even with the dock at all. So there's this like 4-foot space that the truck isn't like connected. So I see the guys going, we can't load this. Dude, what are you doing? He proceeds to unclip the front of the truck and then drive back to Maine.
What the fuck?
Now, much like Cross Country USA here, you also have to like click to unload and dock. This guy also didn't unlock the truck door for us to even like get planks or anything to make up the gap for him. So the truck's not like docked and the whole back carriage is locked.
What an idiot.
So I'm watching everyone try to contact the company and the driver, and I'm standing there just going, I gotta stay see this to the end. So I'm standing there drinking coffee. This is at like 5 o'clock in the morning, by the way. Apparently, they finally get a hold of the driver. It's probably 5:30 at this point in time. And the driver says, I'm too far away. I'm not turning around. Go get someone else to handle the job. Call someone else in. Click. So, well, guess that job's not getting done.
And it's blocking one of your loading docks.
Yeah. Phenomenal stuff. Well, he's supposed to leave it there, and then they pick it up in the morning, and they do a switch out because there's two sides of the dock.
Okay.
So you pull up one carriage, drop it off, then hook your car up to the other one. He also left the second one there. He was supposed to take that with him.
He was just done with that shit.
He's just done with that shit. He's like, I'm fucking over this job. Good stuff. So that's Cross Country USA. It's an educational game for sure. It teaches you to turn the truck on and go. I mean, it's not bad.
What's educational about it? You click the turn on, then you have to click to start it, and you have to put your seatbelt on, and then it yells at you, and you can't go that direction. You can't go that direction.
Yeah, you gotta look. This is Truck Simulator back in 1985. Okay, dude. I think there was a remake when we were growing up. Because I remember playing this in Texas. No, you know what? I played Cross Country Texas.
Yeah, that came out in 87. That had to be a game. And came out in 87.
So that was the one I definitely played in like 92.
There was a Cross Country USA 2 in 2002.
Would it have been 92? No, that would have been like 93, 94. Whatever first grade was for us, Joey. 94?
I don't remember. Maybe 93?
Sure. Yeah, I played Cross Country Texas because, of course. That's what it would have been. Oh, look, I'll pass it. It's fine.
I'll pass it. It's at least playable.
It is playable. You know what's not playable? Our next game that Colin chose for us to suffer through. Now, it is funny.
Oh, yes.
Maybe for like 10 minutes. But entertaining. So, developed by Stellar Stone and published by Game Mill Publishing. In 2003, the game Big Rigs Over the Road Racing was released. Came out on the PlayStation 2, I believe? Or was it Steam only? Or computer only?
Windows.
Is Windows only?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, thanks, Alexa. That's awesome. Okay, so you're right. It is a PC only game. No wonder I couldn't find it. No wonder I played it on a computer. Okay. You are a semi-truck, a big rig, if you will. Okay. And the game tells me that there's going to be cops chasing me. There's going to be racing, just like in the title. You're going to be carrying loads, just like Cross Country USA, from point A to point B of your destination. And then I turn it on. To my complete amazement, Joey, there are none of those things in this game.
Nope. There's 5 levels. Depending on what version you have, one of them can crash your game.
I think it's just 4 because one crashed the entire time. It was like the night level or some shit.
Yeah. I think that it only works on 1 or 2 versions of this game. It crashes every other version. There's 4 trucks.
Are you sure about that? Because they all look the same to me.
No, there's 4 trucks because I got the achievements for all 4 trucks. Like I unlocked them or something. So, yeah.
You played this game long enough to try out all 4. Congratulations, you win.
No, I didn't even. I played the first one. I just loaded the game up. Because originally when I played, because there's different ways to play on Steam. There's play Winter Wizard, which is recommended, or play Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, which I selected the first time. And oh my God, that was so jittery and unplayable that I put the game down and I didn't play again until this morning. And then I finally played the Winter Wizard, and then I unlocked all these achievements just by loading up the game. I got a BMFer right when the game loaded. I got unlocked all 5 map achievements, I guess, by going to the menu. And by selecting a truck, I unlocked all the trucks. And then since I won the race, because you can't lose in this game, I got an achievement for an exclamation point. You win and never lose. So that's 3 achievements for just driving around. And now my favorite achievements I got afterwards is I got achievement A, achievement B, achievement C, D, E, F, and G. Don't ask me how or why. They just came. I think it might be time-based.
Okay.
And apparently you can get all the way up to Z and then 0 through 9.
They have no names or description to them.
Nope. The description is just the letter. And I got you win. And apparently there's a your winner achievement that I don't have yet. Because, yeah. Oh, apparently there's an achievement for clicking the mute button, which I didn't do. I should have, because that goddamn engine noise.
Oh my god, I'm dying over here. Oh, it's so funny.
And then since I thought maybe my game was bugged because I could drive through everything. So then I looked up the video, and the first video came up was Angry Video Game Nerd, and he was driving through shit. I was like, oh no, that's just the game.
That is
You
indeed
could
just the
drive
game.
through everything.
There is no physics programmed into the game at all.
There's a limit to how fast you can drive forward, but there's no limit when you drive backwards.
How fast can you go backwards?
I went backwards for 10 minutes straight,
Uh-huh.
just to see, and it's exponentially faster.
No.
I think the speed is based off of like the number closest all on the left is slow moving. The second one has a certain speed, and then each number beyond that gets faster. So as you get faster, it builds up. So in 10 minutes, I got a speed of 3,330,000,000 and some odd numbers. I drove 72 million miles. It took me 9 minutes and 15 seconds to get to the first billion speed.
Wow.
And then 30 seconds later, I got the 2. And then 15 seconds later, I got the 3. So if I would have kept going, it just count like my speed went off the screen because the graphics are fucking stupid.
Oh.
And then once I let go, I went right to 0. There was no slowing down. It just instantly stopped. And the engine noise doesn't stop. It just keeps going up and higher, and then it like changed an octave at one point and has a weird like lower noise, and it goes back up to a high pitched noise, and it's just annoying, and it just keeps going. The faster you go, the higher and higher it gets.
So you were going like 2 billion miles an hour faster than the speed of light?
I
Or some shit?
guess. I don't know. What's the speed of light?
Oh, I think it's like 200,000 miles per second or something.
Well, I think mine was miles per hour, so maybe I was. I don't know. It was fast. My truck at one point, your truck goes up and down because I think there's an edge to the world, invisible edge, and I think you just drive straight up the 90-degree edge.
Well, you can go completely up a cliffside. I was doing that for a little bit. That was goofy.
But that's why I think I hit the edge, because my truck was standing up, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" It was just kind of glitching out.
So if you go
straight up.
backwards up the cliff, you can make it up to the top and fly through the map, because that's pretty cool.
And you can just drive off the map, and then you can also go through the checkpoints at any order you want. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, at first I was like, "What's this green and red bars?" It's your checkpoint. So as I was going backwards, I was turning, and I went through 2 random ones somehow. So yeah, this game's stupid, and it's not really a race because the other truck doesn't work.
It does not. No.
At least not the version I had. Apparently, there's a version where the other truck does work, but it can't win. So even if it beats you to the finish, you still win when you reach the finish.
Buddy.
So it's not a game where you're transferring loads across the country. It's not a game where you're getting chased by police. And it's not even a race because you can take as long as you want and you're still going to win. What the fuck is this game?
Well, it's not a game. It's just this not physics engine that they put trucks in.
Who?
Like, we've played some bad games. Like, most of the 3DO library are pretty bad.
This is worse
But
than
they're
any of them.
functioning games. And that's what makes them
Most of them.
bad. This just doesn't work. Like, when I think of a... I mean, yes, this is like an F-tier game, no matter what, because it doesn't function. But when I think of a bad game, like F-tier game, like, everything's there to make it a game, but it's also not good. It is broken in pieces. It can't be fun. It can't be funny. Like Superman 64 is mostly broken. Billy the Wizard on Nintendo Wii is mostly busted, but it's still functional in that sense. But from this hit computer stores, if you will, in the early 2000s, and if you bought this, like, surely you got your money back, right?
Yeah. So apparently, according to Wikipedia, Sergei Titov, the chief executive officer of TS Group Entertainment, said he had no input and did not have the possibility of stopping the release of this game. And as he says, he believes it was the pre-alpha version that got released.
Oh, by mistake or something?
No, I don't even know that. He just says it was a pre-alpha version that he thinks was released. So I don't know if there was any other. I think maybe it didn't even go past pre-alpha. He thinks it's pre-alpha. And apparently it was exclusively from Walmart.
A Walmart exclusive piece of shit.
Then he later offered to replace the game with any Activision value title for buyers sending him the game copy, sales receipt, and a registration card, which 20 people took him up on that.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, I know it's bad. Just send me a game. I'll send you something else.
As an apology. Yeah. I wouldn't want my name associated with something like this.
Oof. Apparently Metacritic gave it a 6 out of 100.
There's some Sonic games I put as like some of the worst games of all time. Because they actually function. Yeah, this is just a blunder to the media.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
Fail.
Obviously fail.
Obviously
I might
fail.
even try to get a refund. This game is just terrible.
Well, you got all those achievements. You don't want to just forego that, do you? You worked hard for them.
I should play and keep going backwards and getting all the achievements.
So the two games were Cross Country USA on DOS and Big Rigs it's sort of a game, over the road racing on the personal computer. I guess our favorite is Cross Country, but what grade does it get? A C?
Yeah, I was going to give it a C.
CF?
Yep.
Yeah, not hard, eh? Well, Joey, you have the next and last theme pick of the year.
Yep, and I have no idea what we're going to play.
I look forward to it. I have some ideas for my first pick of 2026.
Well, look at you, Mr. Fancy.
Yeah. Well, I've been following a lot of these like RPG channels, and there's some interesting title there I've heard of, never played, and it kind of tickled my fancy. So we'll probably start out with like testing out a couple RPGs for 2026.
Interesting.
So that's my thought process. Okay, Joey, see you next time.
Bye.